Good afternoon, student.
Good afternoon, sir.
I hope all of you are doing well and also studying. Okay, and also completing the assignment that I am giving to you. Okay, so today I will give you the one email ID. On that email ID, all of you have to send your all the 3 assignments. Okay, because on the WhatsApp it become difficult for me to collect that assignment. Okay, now let's start with the next topic. Okay, that we are discussing in the unit 4. As all of you know, in the unit 4 we are discussing the another part of our subject, that is the engineering economics, and in that we are discussing the topic that is the engineering economic decisions. Okay, and today we'll discuss about the what exactly the definition of it, and some examples related with the role of the engineers in the making the decisions. Now in the previous lecture and in the starting lecture also we have discussed what exactly the economics is, then what is the business economics, etc., etc. So in the previous lecture only we have discussed the business economics is nothing but the when doing the different activities of the business, when there is a utilization of when there is a help of the economics is being taken, then we are referring it as a business economics. And also from the discussion that up till we have done, in your mind you might be thinking that making the economic decision, it is just the work of the economist or the top management of certain company or the business, but it is not like that. And as a any young engineer or the junior engineer who is working in that particular company, or senior engineer, or all the kind of engineers who are working in certain company, and each and everyone has its responsibility. Okay, each and everyone has its responsibility, and each and everyone has to play their role to make the different kind of economic decisions within a company or the business. So you have to keep in mind one thing, that as a young engineer you should not think like that making the economic related decision, it is just the right or the work of the economist or the top management of the company. But yes, it is like that, but all the other engineers, junior engineers, senior engineers, or the engineers who are being inducted for different work, they everyone has to play their part in making such kind of decisions. Now one thing that already we have discussed, there is a special economist used to be there in the businesses and the company who make the economic related decisions, as well as the top management also make the economic related decisions. But plus to this, every engineer might be a senior junior engineer, they every engineer who are working in that company or the business, he has also make the economic related decisions, okay, related with their business, related with the certain product of their business. Okay, and if I ask you what kind of decisions that may be related with the economics has to be made by the engineers within that particular business or the company, now that decisions can be related with the manufacturing related decisions, decision can be related with the marketing related decisions, and decision can be related with the finance also. So each and every employee of that company are involved in making the economic decisions. That is the point I want to tell you. Not just the economist or not just the top management, but each and every employee who is involved in certain activity of that company, that each and every employee's responsibility is there, or each and every employee is having their role in making such kind of different economic decisions. Now decisions can be related with these different kind of things: manufacturing, marketing, financing, etc., etc. So in all these department, the engineers has to make the decision. And if I ask you what is the aim or what is the goal of making different decisions, then what will be your answer? What I'm asking you, what is the objective of making different kind of economic decisions, or what is the goal of making the different kind of economic decisions by different employees of the company, by economists of that company, top management of the company, senior manager, junior manager. All these people make different kind of economic decision. Now everyone is having the primary objective in their mind. What can be that primary objective related with the making the decisions? Yes, what can be the objective behind making different kind of decisions? Yes, all of you got the question. What can be the primary objective of making the different kind of economic decisions? Primary objective or aim or goal, whatever you can think about that. Yes, what can be the primary objective or goal behind making different kind of economic decisions within a business? Yes, what can be the objective?
सर इकॉनॉमिक डिसिजनच्या रिलेटेड आपण म्हणजे मनी मॅनेजमेंटचं पण घेऊ शकतो.
एखादा डिसिजन घेण्यामागचा ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह काय असू शकतो कंपन्यांमध्ये किंवा बिझनेस मध्ये?
त्याचे बेनिफिशियल असं आपल्यासाठी
की तो बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट डिसिजन्स वी शुड गेट द more profit, we should get the more benefit. Understood? The company's
Yes, sir.
profit should increase. So that are being considered as a primary objective behind each and every kind of decisions. And as I told you, each and every employee of that particular business is involved in the making this kind of economic decision, not just the economist or the top management, but everybody is responsible and everybody is play their role in making different kind of economic decision related with the marketing, manufacturing, financing, various activities that happens in that particular business. And from that, the definition of the engineering economic decision has been made here. This is the definition of engineering economic decisions. Now, from whatever discussion we have done, from that you can easily understand this definition. You can see various economic decisions taken by the engineers related with the engineering projects are called as a engineering economic decisions. Very simple definition there. Okay, from the discussion that we have done, whatever the economic decision taken by whom? Engineers. Now engineers might be working at the marketing department, engineers might be working at the manufacturing department. In case of our field, engineers might be working at the coding department, at the testing department, understood, at the analysis department. Okay, at all these posts engineers are working. Okay, in the different branch of the engineering, mechanical, electrical, computer, etc., etc. So at that particular in that particular field, when the engineers make some decision related with the economics, then that that particular decisions are called as what? The engineering economic decisions. Understood? So engineer has to make the decision related with what? Whatever the projects they are doing. Now related with the engineering projects, what can be the economic decision? Can you tell me some example? Related with the engineering projects, what can be the economic decisions?
Project cost.
If you select this XYZ project, then how much cost will require to build that project? Then what can be the other factor or other things which will comes under the economic decision related to some any engineering projects? Or you can take the example of our field only. Yes, Tejas.
प्रोजेक्ट वेळेत कंप्लीट झाला पाहिजे.
Whether our project will be get complete in the stipulated time. Now if the project will not get complete in the time, will it affect on the profit of the company or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it will definitely affect. If it affect on the profit, now in the positive manner or the negative manner, that is going to affect on the economy of your company. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And that is the, from that all this discussion you can see here, this is the definition of engineering economic decisions. All of you got this definition?
Yes, sir.
Various economic decisions taken by the engineers related with the whatever engineering projects they are doing, that is called as the engineering economic decisions. आता ते डिसिजन्स काय असतात ते आपल्याला पुढे बघायचंय. ओके, दॅट वी विल गोइंग टू सी इन द डिटेल्स, बट हियर यू शुड अंडरस्टँड द डेफिनेशन. ओके, let's see this next part. So every engineer okay, who are working in that particular business and who are working in some engineering projects, their what you can say, their role start from the designing part. Okay, then actual production of that particular product. Now in case of our field, you know, the role of engineer is what, from the analysis, then the then designing part, then implementation, coding, then testing, etc., etc. So these are all the roles being performed by the engineers. Okay, and finally shipping the particular product, shipping in the delivery of that product, and after giving it to the customer, providing the after sales service to that particular customer. These are all the roles being played by the engineers commonly in the different field of the engineering. Okay, as different field of the engineering, all of you must have all this mechanical, electrical, ENTC, IT, computer, all these kind of engineering businesses. Okay, and so while the engineer playing their role in this way, in these different kind of activities. Okay, now during this playing role also, now what engineer must also consider, engineer also has to utilize the, or engineer has to do the effective utilization of the fixed asset of that particular business, or they have to utilize effectively fixed asset of that particular company. Now what do you mean by the fixed asset? Now this is the word we are going to require in the further part of this subject. Now what do you mean by the fixed asset? Asset means what? Yes, asset means what? What is the meaning of asset? Yes,
प्लेस, जागा,
मालमत्ता.
मालमत्ता. मग आता जसं
जागा
आपल्या
किंवा
आपल्या आपल्या घरा आपल्या घरच्या घराची काय असेट असते, आपल्या घराचे आपले our home, their our place, okay, our car, bike, these are our fixed assets. Understood? Now similarly, businesses are having their asset like their business, their building, okay, their plant, and the machinery which are utilized in that particular plant. So engineer also has to make the effective utilization of that particular fixed asset. Effective in the sense, they should they should create, or they should generate the maximum product from that particular using that asset. Okay, whatever it may be, the machinery, building, etc., etc. So these things also has to be done by the engineers. Okay, and as a part of the long term planning process, as already we have discussed in the third unit only, two kinds of planning is always being done: long term planning and the short term planning. Okay, so when doing the long term planning, they also need to take the some decision, okay, on the various project of the company. And when they are taking the decision related with the long term planning, they also have to think about what kind of different resources they will require, and accordingly they need to allocate or allot these different kind of resources for their different projects. Okay, in case of if some projects is going to be required 2 years or the 3 years, now for such kind of project, long term planning need to be done. And in this long term planning also, the engineer has also need to play their role. Okay, and in that case, he has to play their role related with the what kind of resources will require to complete that particular project. Understood? And how to allocate that resources in the effective way, so that all the resources will get utilized effectively. Okay, no resource will remain idle. Okay, so these all the decisions that has to be taken by the engineers during the particular when the certain engineering projects is uh, getting completed by that particular business or the company. And also whenever some new machinery has to be purchased, okay, now you can see in the different businesses there used to be the different machineries. Now each particular machinery is having their lifetime, their lifespan, yes or no? Or is it like that की आपण एक मशिनरी घेतली आणि ती 50 वर्ष 40 वर्ष ती मशिनरी चालू शकते असं असतं का?
No, sir.
No, every machine is having certain life span. Okay, every machine is having their particular working capacity, and after certain period of time, it is required that that machine should be get replaced with some new machine. Yes or no? This kind of things is requiring in the business. What do you think? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now consider you are doing some business. Consider you are doing some business. Suppose you are doing the business of making the paper plates. I hope all of you must be knowing about the paper plate.
Yes, sir.
लग्नामध्ये वगैरे ते पेपर प्लेट यूज करतात बघा. Okay. So suppose you are doing the business of making the paper plate. Now, in order to make the paper plate, there is a utilization of the machineries. Okay. So suppose you are doing the business from last 5 years, and now you think that that current machine you are working with, it is not giving you the that much amount of performance. Now how you will judge the performance of that machine who is producing the paper plate? Can you tell me how you will judge the performance of that machine?
सर प्रोडक्शन कमी झाल्यावर तसं.
तर आता सपोज तुम्ही नवीन ते मशीन आणलं असेल 5 वर्षापूर्वी, त्यावेळेस त्याची तुम्ही जर त्या मशीन इफ यू आर युजिंग दॅट मशीन अँड प्रोड्युसिंग द 500 पेपर प्लेट्स पर डे, or don't consider per day, just consider about the per hour you are producing 50 plates or 100 plates. Now after some time you experience that per hour that particular machine is able to generate or produce only the 10 plates or the 20 plates. Means what? Because of the time period, that machine performance has degraded, has decreased. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Every machinery performance get degraded by the time period. Just if the time passes, then every machinery's performance get degraded. The same thing is apply for the human being also. As a human being become old, his working capacity also become less. Okay, that machineries, for the machineries also this formula is applicable. Now as you think that after you have purchased that machine before the 5 years, now it is not giving that much amount of performance. Now what decision you will take? Consider you are working as an engineer in that particular company who is producing the paper plates. Now what decision you will take?
Replace.
Now your foremost decision will be nothing but what? You will think about replacing that machine. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now when you are thinking about the replacing of that machine, what factors will come in your mind?
Machine cost.
Machine cost, then
आपण जे न्यू मशीन घेतोय त्याचे प्रोडक्शन किती ऍज कम्पेअर टू आवर
यस, म्हणजे तुम्ही जे न्यू मशीन घेणार आहे त्याची प्रोडक्शन कॅपॅसिटी किती आहे, की ते न्यू मशीन तुम्ही परचेस केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला प्रॉफिट किती होईल. अंडरस्टूड. मग तुम्ही त्या मशीनचे इफ यू परचेस द न्यू मशीन, in how many years that machine initial cost will be get? After how many years you will receive the initial cost of that machine? Means the break even. What do you mean by the break even point related with that machine? Suppose you purchase the machine for 50,000. How much? 50,000. आता हे 50,000 वसूल होण्यासाठी तुम्हाला किती वेळ लागेल? हे 50,000 वसूल झाल्यानंतर तुमचं प्रॉफिट चालू होईल. आर यू गेटिंग?
Yes, sir.
So when you earn 50,000 from that machine, that is called as the break even point. Got the point? गेटिंग?
Yes.
की तुम्ही जी इनिशियल
Yes, sir.
इन्व्हेस्टमेंट केलेलं आहे त्या मशीनसाठी ते 50,000 ज्यावेळेस तुमचे वसूल होतील त्यावेळेस त्या 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 कन्सेप्टला आपण काय म्हणतो, ब्रेकिंग म्हणतो. सो दिस ऑल द थिंग्स यू हॅव टू कन्सिडर when you think about replacing your existing machine with some new machine. Getting? Also you have to think how much in order to purchase that machine, whether you have that amount of cash flow, की तुमच्याकडे तेवढे पैसे आहेत का तुमच्या कंपनी, whether your company is having that amount of money to purchase that new fixed asset. Understood? So all these things has to be considered when you are thinking about the purchasing the new machine. Okay, but you know why it is being related with the business? One famous word is attached related with the business, that is the risk. Why it is so? Yes, can anybody tell me why the word risk is attached with business?
सर म्हणजे आपण आता समजा तुम्ही पेपर डीचा सांगितलं, आपण जो
हा.
बिझनेस करतोय पण
हा.
आपल्यासोबत अजून भरपूर जणांचे कंपनी आहे सर
करत
त्याच्यात.
असतात. एक्झॅक्टली. हा, बरोबर.
कारण की म्हणजे जर आपल्यापेक्षा त्यांच्या प्रोडक्शन क्वालिटी जास्त असली किंवा त्यांच्या प्रोडक्शनला जास्त डिमांड असली तर मग आपला लॉस होईल, तिथं रिस्क आहे आपली.
बरोबर. कारण आपण जे 50,000 तुम्ही मशीन परचेस करताय याच्याबद्दल तुम्ही फक्त प्रिडिक्शन करू शकता. काय प्रिडिक्शन करू शकता? की पुढच्या एका वर्षामध्ये आपली जी इनिशियल इन्व्हेस्टमेंट आहे ती काय वसूल होईल. अंडरस्टूड? पण तुमचं प्रिडिक्शन ऑलवेज ट्रू होईल असं तुम्ही सांगू शकता का?
नो.
नो. अंडरस्टूड? आता सपोज तुम्ही असा विचार करा की तुम्ही ऍज अ यू आर ओनर ऑफ युअर बिझनेस आणि तुम्ही लॉकडाऊनच्या अगोदर म्हणजे कोरोना पिरियड यायच्या अगोदर जर तुम्ही एखादी नवीन मशीन परचेस केली असेल, हे तुमच्या प्रिडिक्शन मध्ये होतं का?
नो सर.
आपण परचेस केल्यानंतर कोरोना नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट द नंबर ऑफ बिझनेसेस हॅज लॉस्ट देअर कॅपिटल, लॉस्ट देअर मनी, बिकॉज in each business there is a risk is always there. Now risk is related with the different things. What? Risk is related with the customer preferences, risk is related with the action of the competitors, risk is related with the technological development, risk is related with the change in the natural and the political environments. आता करंट जो सिनारिओ आहे तो कुठल्या रिस्क मध्ये येतो कोरोनाचा? environmental change in the natural or the environmental condition. Understood? Now you can see the number of business are stopped till, number of business are not in the working condition. So different kind of risk is attached with the each particular kind of businesses. Understood? And when you are taking the decision, you have to take the thoughtful and the correct investment decision so that your risk will get minimized. कंप्लीट रिस्क रिड्यूस होऊ शकतं का बिझनेस मध्ये?
नो सर.
नो. रिस्क विल ऑलवेज बी देअर, बट ऍज अ इंजिनियर, ऍज अ अदर काइंड ऑफ पीपल ऑफ दॅट कंपनी, इकॉनॉमिस्ट ऑफ द टॉप कंपनी, दे हॅव टू कन्सिडर दॅट रिस्क. अंडरस्टूड? अँड बाय कन्सिडरिंग दॅट रिस्क they have to do the estimation of the future benefits. So in the businesses only the prediction can always only the prediction is can work. Okay, and that prediction can be negative or it can be a positive, or means your prediction might be right or it might be a wrong. So risk is always related with also the customer preferences also. Means what?
सर म्हणजे आता आपण
आता हे पेपर प्लेटच आपण एक्झाम्पल घेऊन चला.
सर म्हणजे आता जसं सांगितलं, आता आपल्या प्रोडक्शनची क्वालिटी पेक्षा जर सपोज दुसरं कंपनी त्यांची क्वालिटी कस्टमरला आवडली तर मग ते आपल्या
कस्टमर आपला प्रोडक्ट घेणार नाही. बरोबर? देन आता आपण हे पेपर प्लेट्स मोस्टली कधी विकल्या जातात? आपल्या लग्नाचा जो पिरियड असतो त्याच्यामध्ये. बरोबर? नाव you can see now there is a no marriage are happening, no what we called it as where we conduct the marriages,
lawns,
no lawns are in the working condition, no marriages are happening, so there is a no lunch arrangement for the your guest and other people. So there is a no selling of this kind of paper plates. So if the customers is not there, then you can see there is a kind of risk related with your business. Understood? ऍक्शन ऑफ द कॉम्पिटिटर्स, की तुम्ही पेपर फक्त तुम्हीच पेपर प्लेट प्रोड्यूस करताय असं होऊ शकेल का एखादा बिझनेस? नाही, हे फक्त सुरुवातीला होऊ शकतं. परंतु ज्यावेळेस एखादा बिझनेस सेट होतो आणि दुसरे लोक बघतात की अरे हा बिझनेस खूप चांगला चाललाय, सो अदर पीपल्स ऑल्सो मेक देअर एंट्री इन दॅट बिझनेस. सो यू आर टू ऑल्सो फेस द ऍक्शन ऑफ द कॉम्पिटिटर्स ऑल्सो. जर तुम्ही ती पेपर प्लेट 10 रुपयामध्ये विकत असाल, so there can be another competitor who will try to sell that paper plate with the 8 rupees. It can happen or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
these
Yes,
kind of
sir.
all the risks are available in the businesses, and that is the reason I am saying the engineers has to think about all these things, and he has to make the thoughtful and the correct kind of investment decisions. Okay, now if the decision goes inaccurate, now tell me what will be the effect of that? If the decision will
Profit,
go
sir.
inaccurate, definitely तुम्ही जे पैसे इन्व्हेस्ट केले आहेत ते त्याचा तुम्हाला you will have to face the loss that will affect on the cash flow of your company. Understood? And that will damage your business also. Number of examples are there because of such kind of situation, because of this kind of because now in the recent period also, you can, if you search about the different kind of businesses that is get damaged because of the corona pandemic, you will understand that what I'm trying to say. So if there is a no customer, and then how you will sell your product, because people have already produced the product before the corona period, but because of the corona pandemic, nobody's want to buy the products and etc, all these kind of things. And so how you will sell your products? If your product will not get sold, definitely your company will not earn the money, and you have to face the losses, and that will affect on the financial health of your company. Understood? So related with the purchasing of the machinery, the engineers has to take the careful decision. Understood? मग आता ह्या सगळ्या रिस्क आहेत, म्हणून मशिनरीज रिप्लेस करायची नाही असे डिसिजन घेऊन चालेल का? सांगा मला.
No, sir.
असं करून बी चालणार नाही. यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. म्हणजे
Yes,
काय
sir.
की इन्व्हेस्टमेंट न करून सुद्धा चालणार नाही. इफ यू डोंट परचेस द न्यू मशीन, मग तुमचे कॉम्पिटिटर जे आहेत ते तुमच्या पुढे निघून जातील. यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट.
Yes, sir.
तुम्ही जर जुन्या मशीननेच प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस केले, तर तुम्हाला ज्या विल यू एबल टू प्रोड्यूस द प्रोडक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द डिमांड ऑफ द मार्केट? नो, बिकॉज your existing machine is not performing well. That's why you have to replace that machine with the new machine. So while purchasing the new machine, there are the lot of risk is there, but you have to think about that risk also. You have to think about that what benefit you will get, and accordingly you have to take the decision. The same point I have made here. On the other hand, spending too little on the fixed asset like the machinery. Spending too little म्हणजे काय की ती मशिनरी रिप्लेस न करता तुम्ही जुनीच मशीन यूज करताय. अंडरस्टूड? दॅट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ स्पेंडिंग टू लिटिल ऑन द फिक्स असेट लाईक द मशिनरी could also prove harmful for the firm existing machinery and may become too absolute in the sense की मशीन तुमची जी जुनी मशीन जी आहे ती वर्किंग कंडिशन मध्ये आहे, but the technology which is available in the new machine is more advantageous than your existing machine. Means what? Your existing machine has become obsolete in the sense it has become outdated. You are getting my point. Meaning of the obsolete means what? Outdated. And as it is become outdated, it is not giving you that much amount of performance as compared with the new machine. So on the other hand, spending too little on the fixed asset like the machinery could also prove the harmful for the firm. Existing machinery may become too obsolete to produce the product competitively, and without the adequate capacity of the firm may lose its market share to its company, may lose its market share to its competitor. जर तुम्ही जुन्याच मशिनरीने तुमचे प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस करत गेलात, तर तुम्ही तुमच्या कस्टमरला सॅटिस्फाय करू शकताल का? सांगा मला.
No.
No. If you don't able to satisfy your demands of the customer, will customer go away from you or will come close to you? Customer will definitely go away from your business. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And so that is the reason I am here saying in the investment in the new machinery may improve the productivity of the firm. But if you purchase the new machinery, it will definitely going to improve the performance of your company. It will definitely going to improve the productivity of your firm or the company, and because of that you may take the decision to reduce the cost of, because of that the cost of your production may also get reduced, and because of that if the cost of the production will get reduced, will you offer the lower price to your customer also? Yes or no? जर प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट कमी झाली कशामुळे, तुम्ही नवीन मशिनरी परचेस केली तर तुम्ही तुमच्या कस्टमरला थोडी प्राइस कमी करून देऊ शकता प्रोडक्टची.
येस सर.
त्याच्यामुळे तुमचं कस्टमर वाढू शकतात. युअर कस्टमर बेस कॅन बी इन्क्रीज, and if the customer base can be get increased, definitely your profit of the company will also get increased. Understood? So these are the different, what we can say, beneficial things as well as some risk associated with the purchasing of the new machinery or utilizing the existing machinery. Understood? So here I have mentioned, if the firm or the business delay its decision, so if you delay your decision to replace your machinery, you may lose your customer. आणि एकदा जर तुमचा कस्टमर लॉस झाला तर ते कस्टमर परत मिळवणं हे किती अवघड आहे हे तुम्हाला आताच्या एक्झाम्पल वरून कळू शकतं. नाउ यू माइट बी एक्सपिरियन्सिंग द कॉम्पिटिशन बिटवीन दिस टेलिकम्युनिकेशन कंपनी. If you might be experiencing the communication between the idea company and if you consider the situation of the idea company before the 5 years and the situation of the idea company nowadays, can you tell me what is the difference?
सर 5 वर्ष अगोदर आयडियाचं नेटवर्क स्ट्रॉंग
आयडिया टॉप मध्ये होते,
डिमांड जास्त टॉप मध्ये
बरोबर ना, कस्टमर बेस त्यांचा हाय होता. बट ऍज यू कॅन सी द रिलायन्स हॅज मेड इट्स एंट्री थ्रू द जिओ प्रोडक्ट. यू कॅन सी द सिच्युएशन ऑफ द आयडिया इज व्हेरी वर्स्ट. अंडरस्टूड? जर तुम्ही मार्केटमध्ये बघितलं तर आयडियाचा शेअर आता 10 रुपये किंवा 5 रुपयामध्ये चालू आहे. यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. आणि रिलायन्सचा जो शेअर आहे त्याची किंमत 2000-2500च्या वरती आहे. अंडरस्टूड? So why this has happened? Because of that, because of the Reliance Jio has made the entry, number of customer get attracted to them and number of customer will got away from the idea. Understood? And आता तुम्ही आयडियाचे नवीन नवीन ते प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करतात बघा, काहीतरी आता ते व्ही म्हणून त्यांचं चालू आहे ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट, बघत असताल तुम्ही.
यस सर.
त्याचं ते कोलॅबोरेशन आहे त्यांचं, मला वाटतं कोणाचं,
वोडाफोन आणि
आयडिया. तर हे काय, तर त्यांना काय करावं लागतं की नवीन नवीन त्यांना काहीतरी इनोव्हेटिव्ह आयडिया मार्केटमध्ये घेऊन ते येत आहेत. कारण काय का त्यांना काय कस्टमर अट्रॅक्ट करायचं. बट वन्स यू लूज द कस्टमर इट इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट टू रिगेन युअर लॉस्ट कस्टमर. यू हॅव टू डू द हेवी मार्केटिंग, आणि मार्केटिंग करायचं असेल तर यू हॅव टू पे द प्राइस फॉर दॅट. अंडरस्टूड? यू हॅव टू रिड्यूस द प्राइस ऑफ युअर प्रोडक्ट्स ऑल्सो. आता तुम्ही बघत असाल की आयडियाचे प्लॅन सुद्धा खूप कमी किमतीमध्ये येते, चालू आहे टीव्हीवर. जर तुम्ही ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट बघत असताल तर ते दे आर ट्राइंग टू रिड्यूस देअर प्लॅन्स ऑफ द सर्व्हिस which is more what you can say with the lower price than the Reliance Jio also. Understood? So that is the thing. Means what the conclusion of all this discussion, what we can make, you have to change according to the time, and this change according to the time, the decision has to be taken by the engineers who are working in that particular businesses related with the any kind of things. Okay. So here I have mentioned the same kind of point that we are discussing. The development of any product depends on the ability of an engineer or the technocrat. Technocrat is the another word for the engineers, for your kind information. Technocrat is the another word for the engineers. So development of any product depends on the ability of engineer or the technocrat to translate his idea into the innovative product. So that is the another important role of the engineers. आता जे नवीन नवीन प्रोडक्ट्स मार्केट्समध्ये येतात बघा, कुठल्याही कंपनीचे असतील, म्हणजे कुठल्याही the products might be related to the different field of the engineering. The products might be related to the mechanical, electrical, electronics, civil, or products might be related with the telecommunication, or products might be related to the software company. Now all these products, how these products come into the market, who is behind all these products? The main person behind all these products is nothing but the engineers. So whatever the idea comes into the mind of the engineer, when that idea get converted into the practical way, when that idea get converted into the practical way, result of that is nothing but some innovative product. Yes or no? तुमच्याकडे आयडियाच फक्त आयडिया असून चालेल का? नो. You must have the ability, the engineer must have the ability to convert that idea into the innovative products. Means that idea has to be get implemented in the practical way. So for any business or for any company, if they want to grow in the market, they need to take the innovative decisions. They need to launch the innovative products in the market. And for launching this kind of innovative products in the market, who is playing the main role? Engineers. All of you must be agree, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So innovation is the main thing related with the any businesses. Now, what is your idea about the innovation? What do you think about the innovation? Can you tell me?
म्हणजे सर न्यू काही तयार करणं,
To create something new,
क्रिएट.
so that the
Yes, sir.
customer or the market will attract towards your products. That is nothing but what we can call as a innovation. आणि जर बिझनेसेस जर इनोव्हेशन करणार नसतील, नवीन प्रोडक्ट जर मार्केटमध्ये येणार नसतील, तर त्या बिझनेसेस कडे लोक पब्लिक अट्रॅक्ट होईल का, सांगा मला. Okay, so whatever I'm trying to tell you, if any businesses don't do any kind of innovations, then my question is what, whether the customer will get attract towards that company? No, definitely customer will not attract. If the customer will not get attract, will that company survive in the market? No. So for the development of any business or development of any product, the role of engineer is very important, and that role is not just related with the decision related with the replacing of the machine and etc. That decisions are very much important related with the how that engineers can convert their ideas into the innovative products. So here I have mentioned the innovation is nothing but the use of the knowledge to produce the products and the services with the commercial angle. म्हणजे काय की that the product that new idea that particular engineer is converting into the innovative product, so it should have some commercial angle. Commercial angle in the sense what? Because of your new innovative product, the company should get more profit. And when the company can get more profit, only when number of customer will get attract towards your product, and when the customer will get attract towards your product, when the customer see their benefits in your products only. Understood? So development of any firm depends on its ability to constantly launch innovative products and the services. म्हणजे असं नाहीये की आता ठीक आहे 1 वर्ष तुम्ही काहीतरी इनोव्हेटिव्ह प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च केला, आता ठीक आहे आपण 5 वर्ष आराम करू, असं चालेल का? No. Companies or the businesses need to launch this innovative product constantly. Understood? They need to launch these services constantly they need to launch their innovative products constantly. Understood? And if certain business will not able to do this, then what can happen? Can you tell me? Yes. If certain businesses not able to launch the innovative products and the services in the market, what will be the result of that?
सर त्यांचं रिझल्ट डाऊन होईल, म्हणजे कस्टमर
त्यांच्याकडे जाणार नाही, प्रोडक्ट कोण परचेस करणार नाही, कारण तुम्ही करत नसाल तर तुमचे कॉम्पिटिटर थोडेच बसून राहणार आहेत. They will try to do their best. Can you tell me the example related with this kind of point?
सर रिलायन्स जिओ बद्दलच.
रिलायन्स जिओचं हे आता तर आपण डिस्कस केलं. दुसरं विच इज व्हेरी फेमस रिलेटेड विथ द मोबाईल कंपनीज.
यस सर. ओप्पो पहिले नोकियाचे जे मोबाईल होते सर,
व्हेरी गुड. नोकिया कंपनी. आता जर तुम्ही फक्त गुगल वर जर गेलात ना, तर गुगल बद्दल लोक काय सर्च करतात, तर तुम्ही फक्त टाइप केलं ना की व्हाय नोकिया फेल. नाउ यू लेट मी शो यू how the market of the Nokia has gone so much below. Let me show you the example here. Can you able to see the change in the screen?
Yes sir.
If you just type on the here why Nokia, you can see why Nokia. If you after the Nokia, what keywords you are being suggested by the Google? Fail. Why fail. Nokia fail means You can see the people are now just searching about the Nokia, why that particular brand has failed. You are getting my point. Why it has been failed? Because Nokia could not able to run with the customer demand. Nokia could not able to run with the market expectation. Now you can see, or you can search related with the Nokia. Nokia has around 50% market capture. How much? 50%. Now Nokia is the company from the Finland. Now if you consider the period of 2007, 2007-8, if you see this, if you search about this period related with the situation of the Nokia, out of the, if you consider the out of the 100 people, 80 people were having the mobiles of the Nokia. How many? 80 people out of 100. Now that from this you can consider what was the situation of the Nokia in the 2007. But if you search in the 2011, 10, 11, then you can see Nokia has completely vanished in the market. Nokia has completely lost his customer base in the market related with their mobiles. Understood? And why this has happened? Because Nokia could not able to change according to the change in the technology. Means in the 2010-11 period, there was an entry of the famous operating system related with the mobile. Which is that operating system? Yes. Which is the famous popular operating system make its entry in the period of 2010-11? Yes. Which operating system your mobile is now having?
Android.
Android. Now you can see, out of the, suppose 25 students are in the lecture, out of 25, I think 100% will having the Android operating system in their mobile. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Why this has happened? Because Nokia were using which kind of operating system? Now तुम्हाला माहित पण नसेल. Can you tell anybody me? Can anybody tell me which operating system were there in the Nokia? Symbian. You can search about this. Symbian operating system were there. And that time Nokia didn't change according to the market, and Nokia didn't utilize the Android operating system. But the competitor of the Nokia at that time was the Samsung company. And Samsung company in that period chooses the Android operating system. And if you observe the market capture of the Samsung from the 2010-11 to the 2016, Samsung was having the highest market capture. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Why this
Yes,
is so? What is the difference? Now difference is the simple. Nokia hardware was very popular and very strong. Also today also their hardware is very strong, but they didn't make any changes in their software. And yeah, as they didn't make any change in their software, their user interface was not user friendly. What do you mean by the user interface was not user friendly? Means what? Yes. Let me give you the simple example. What do you mean by the user interface was not user friendly? Now all of you have utilized the Windows operating system,
yes, sir.
and all of you have utilized the Ubuntu Linux operating system also.
Yes, sir.
Which is the most easy to utilize?
Windows.
Definitely Windows. Understood? So that kind of advantages we are having because of the Android operating system in the Samsung mobile, but Nokia didn't utilize that. Nokia didn't get change according to the expectation of the market. And Samsung has now Nokiaचे सुद्धा स्मार्टफोन होते 2010-11 जो पिरियड होता त्याच्यामध्ये नोकियाचे स्मार्टफोन नव्हते असं नाही. Nokia was also having their smartphone, but the prices of that smartphone were high. That smartphone were not user friendly as compared with the smartphone of the Samsung and the Apple kind of mobile company. And because of that, the customer base of the Nokia get completely destroyed, and which were get captured by the Samsung company. That is the reason I am here saying the development of the any firm depends on its ability to constantly launch innovative products and the services. So innovation could be the launching the new products or offering the existing products with the improved quality or at the reduced cost of the production. So this means that the firm has to keep reinventing themselves to stay in the competition and maintain the healthy growth rate. So constantly the businesses has to do the innovation, and they need to reinvent themselves. Now you can see after the Samsung, now what is the market capture of the Samsung now? Who is the more having the market capture as compared with the Samsung nowadays?
Realme.
Realme, there is Redmi company.
Xiaomi.
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 Xiaomi, Oppo. Now lot of competitors are now there. Now why the Oppo has got the good market capture? Because Oppo is having their own specialty related with their selfie, clarity, etc., etc. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is the thing that every businesses need to do the constantly. They need to reinvent themselves. They need to do the innovation, and when they can do it, when their engineers will play their role in that particular businesses. Okay, so here you can see now for all these role the engineer in the economic decision making. So now for all these the role of the engineer in the economic decision is the paramount in the sense in order to make this all the kind of decision, the role of the engineers is very important. Paramount's meaning kai role of the engineers is very important. Understood? Now we are going to see the simple case study related with this to better understand the role of engineers in the economic decision of the business or the firm. We are just going to discuss about the success story of the major innovator of our times. The success story of the Honda company. All of you must be knowing this company.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Honda company, which is now this is the best example of the businesses who are constantly reinventing themselves, constantly launching the new products, innovative things in the market. Now let's see, you can see in the period 1946, this is the Japanese company. Okay, in the period 1946, there is a origin of the Honda company, and they started their company with some technical research institute. Okay, they started their company as some technical research institute, and initially they started developing the engines for the bicycles. बघा काय होंडा कंपनीने सुरुवात कुठून केली? They started the engineers for what? Bicycles. म्हणजे सायकल साठी they started developing the engines. Then in the 1949 they introduced their first motorcycle in Japan. Name of that first motorcycle is what? Dream motorcycle. Now in the 1959 the Honda company entered in the US market. Where they enter in the US market, United States market, America. Okay, and they make their entry with their motorcycle. Where? In the European state or in the US market. Then in the 1963 they released their first sports car, that is the S500. Now you can see now they launched that sports car in the Japan, and now you can see just from the 1946, from developing the engine for the bicycles, the Honda company make their journey up to the 1963 up to making the sports car. This is nothing but the perfect example of innovation being done by the Honda company. You are getting my point? Yes. And after launching their first sports car, they become the largest manufacturer of the car in the world in the 1963 only. Then in the 1972-74 they introduced the Honda Civic car. आता ही कार आपल्या देशामध्ये सुद्धा बऱ्याच लोकांकडे तुम्ही बघितलं असेल बघा, Honda Civic. Yes. Honda Civic कारचं नाव ऐकलंय तुम्ही?
Yes, sir.
Like this number of cars are there in the market related with the Honda. Okay, and they launched it in the US market also. And this car, Honda Civic car, were ranked first in the fuel efficiency. Fuel efficiency in the sense, within a less fuel, this car were able to run more number of distance, or it can able to cover the more distance within a less fuel. Okay. Then after this period in the 1980-90, they introduced the environment friendly cars. They introduced the environment friendly cars, and they also introduced the car which were using the solvent free paints. Solvent free paint in the sense, आता जर तुम्ही बघितलं मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनीज कारला जे पेंटिंग करतात त्याच्यामध्ये इन दॅट पेंटिंग लॉट ऑफ द केमिकल्स आर यूज टू बी देअर. येस ऑर नो?
Yes, sir.
Because of that chemical mix paint, it also affect on our nature also, it affect on the environment also. But in the 1980-90 period, the Honda company started utilizing the paint which were solvent free, in the sense which were having the less chemicals. Okay, and they also generated the cars in the 1980 period which were working on the solar and the electricity. So they started working on the electrical cars in the 90 period only. You are getting my point? And you can see in our country nowadays only the Mahindra have launched their electrical cars. Mahindra is our Indian company. Okay. So you can see their power of their innovation. Okay, in the 19 period only they have launched the electrical cars. Then in the 1997-99 they launched the two-door hybrid cars with the more fuel efficiency and with the support of the electric charging. Hybrid car in the sense, the car which can be run using the fuel also, and the car which can be run using the electricity also. That is the meaning of the hybrid car. Getting?
Yes, sir.
So they done it in the period of the 1997-99 only, and in the 2000 and 2002 period, they have got various different kinds of international level awards for their research and for their innovation. And now you can see the journey of the Honda still continue. Okay. Now from all this journey, you can see it is very evident from above that the continuous innovation has enabled the Honda to grow as one of the largest automobile manufacturer in the world, and it has now become the global brand. Okay. Now Honda company has also done the collaboration with the one of the company of India in the period of 2010. Which is that company?
Hero.
And from that you can see the number of bikes are there which is being referred as the Hero Honda.
Yes, Hero Honda त्यांनी स्प्लेंडर काढली होती.
हा, बऱ्याच त्यांच्या गाड्या आल्या की 2010 मध्ये त्यांनी काय केलं होतं की हिरो, आपली जी हिरो मोटर कॉप जी कंपनी आहे इंडियन कंपनी, त्यांच्याबरोबर त्यांनी कोलॅबोरेशन करून ते प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च केले होते. ओके, बाईक्स. बट आफ्टर दॅट आता मला वाटतं त्यांचं कोलॅबोरेशन नाहीये, कारण हिरो कंपनीच्या सेपरेट बाईक्स आहेत, बरोबर ना?
येस सर,
हिरो कंपनीच्या सेपरेट बाईक्स आहेत. सो Honda believe in the in-house research, means initially they didn't do any kind of collaboration with the other companies. Okay, ते त्यांनी स्वतः त्यांनी फक्त they did their research on their own company. Okay, but after in the 2010 also they did the collaboration with our company also, Hero company, and they have launched their number of bikes as a Hero Honda company. Okay. So this is nothing but the result of the innovation, and this is nothing but what you can say role of the engineers in the different businesses, and what exactly is nothing but what do we mean by the engineering economic decisions. Understood? So the different decision being taken by the engineers, there is always what you can say, there is always taste of economy is there. There is always taste of the economics is there, and that is the reason we have defined the engineering economic decision like this. It is the decision taken by the engineers related with the engineering projects being referred as the engineering economic decision. And after this, we have discussed the most of the roles being performed by the engineers in different kind of innovations, launching different kind of new projects, etc., etc. Understood this?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
So next time we'll now still we'll need the 2-3 lectures to complete the engineering economic decision. So next time we'll see actual what kind of decision being get taken, what kind of decision the engineer has to take as a part of the engineering economic decision. So there are the 4 to 5 important decisions are there, which we will discuss in details. So that's it for the today's lecture. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir.